Today, now I am discussing about the classification of accounts, and the method is the modern method. The last day I discussed the classification of accounts under traditional method. So in the modern method, at first we classify of accounts into the four categories. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Five categories. Okay. So number 1 is the assets, number 2 is liabilities, number 3 is capital, number 4 is expenses and losses, and number 5 is incomes and gains. Clear on this part? And before discussing these five part, I have taken the two arrows. One is up arrow and the next one is the down arrow. You see. So up arrow means the increase and down arrow means the decrease. Okay. So these two indication, up and the down arrow is more important for the identification of debit and credit under modern method. Now here you see how you can identify the debit and credit in the case of asset. So in the case of assets, when assets increase, it will be debit. Clear? When assets increase, it will be debit. When the value of assets decrease, it will be credit. Clear on this part? So in the case of asset, so increase is debit, decrease is credit. In the case of assets, the value of assets increase means debit, value of assets decrease means credit. Similarly, in the case of liabilities, when the value of liabilities increase, it will be credit, and when the value of liabilities decrease, it will be debit. Clear on this part? And the next one is in the case of the capital. Third one is capital. In the case of capital, when the value of amount or when the capital increase, it will be credit, and when the value of capital will reduce, it will be debit. Clear? Next one is the expenses and losses. So for the case of expenses and losses, in the case of expenses and losses, when expenses and losses increase, it will be debit. Okay? And when the expenses and losses decrease, it will be credit. Clear on this part? Next one is the incomes and gains. Incomes and gains means the revenue and gains, because the revenue is the income of business. So in the case of incomes or revenues and gains, when increase incomes and gains, it will be credit. When decrease, it will be debit. So these are the parameters of debit and credit. Okay. So for explain of these five components, I have taken a simple example. You see carefully the example. The first example is purchased machinery, rupees 10,000. Second one is purchased goods from creditors, rupees 9,000. Third one is capital brought in by X. X is the owner of the business as capital. Fourth one is the salary paid, rupees 8,000. And the next one is the interest received, rupees 7,000. So I have taken five examples for explain this concept. Now I am going one by one discussion. Okay. So first one is the purchase machinery. When purchase machinery, number one, when purchase machinery, then what is happening? The machinery debit. And if you purchase machinery, then cash credit. So the question is why and how I can identify machinery is debit, cash is credit. Machinery is debit because machinery is a asset and the value of asset is increasing, and the value of asset is increasing, half arrow. So as asset increased, that is why it is debit. And if you purchase assets, then your money will be goes out, your money will be reduced. So that is also, so cash is also asset, okay, and asset reduced. So you go to the asset, the criteria of asset in the case of debit and credit. We know that when the value of asset increase, that is debit. When the value of asset decrease, this is credit. So that is why the journal entry will be machinery account debit and the cash account credit. So clear on this part? Okay. Now I am going to the second part. Second question. So second question is the purchased goods from creditors, rupees 9,000. If you purchase goods from creditors, then here purchase account debit, okay. And if you purchase from creditors, then creditors account credit. Creditors account credit. So my question is why purchase account debit and creditors account debit? Because purchase is a expenses. If expenses increase, then it will be debit. Similarly, creditors means you purchase goods from someone else on the credit basis. So that is why you have to pay money to the creditors. So your liabilities in the business is increasing. So as liabilities increased, that is why this is credit. So from the modern method, always we can identify expenses increase, then this is debit. When liabilities also increase, then it will be credit. So that is why purchase account debit and creditors account credit. Now I am going the question number 3. Capital brought in by X as capital. So the journal entry will be cash account debit, cash will be debit, and the capital will be credit. The whose capital? Excess capital. So excess capital account is credit. So from the modern method, what is the logic for debit and credit? Cash is debit because cash is an asset and the value of asset increasing in the business. So that is why cash is debit. And why capital credit? Because capital is the liabilities and the business, the owner of the business means the X. So the business, the liabilities of the business is the business will have to pay the 50,000 to the X. So that is why the liabilities increased. So we know that if liabilities increase, it will be credit. So that is why capital, excess capital is credit. Clear on this? Now is the question number 4. So question number 4 is salary paid. Question number 4. So salary paid. So we know that salary account debit, and cash account is credit. So my question is why salary account debit, cash account credit? Why salary account debit? Because salary is a expenses. But we know that when expenses increase, this is debit. So for this logic, salary is debit. And why cash is credit? Because you know that the cash is an asset. When the value of asset decreases, it will be credit. That is why cash is credit. Clear on this part? Okay. Now is the question number 5. So question number 5 is interest received. Interest received means cash account debit. Cash account, it will be debit, and interest account credit. Interest account credit. Why cash account debit and interest account credit? Because the cash is an asset, okay, and the value of assets is increasing. That is why cash is debit. And the interest is an income. We know that in the case of incomes and gains, when income increase, it will be credit. That is why salary account is credit. So clear in this part. So I have taken 4 example, and through the 5 examples, and through the 5 examples, I always been discussed about the debit and credit norms under the modern method of classification of accounts. Clear on this part? Thanks.